Welcome to the Should Have Been Kathy Lee Gifford podcast. Regis died today.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah.
Regis Philbin?
Regis Philbin.
Hence the Kathy.
Oh, okay.
Super sad story. Like, he was born in a concentration camp, and they rode the Jew train all the way to America. And his dad spent his last gold shekel on a suit when he was a little boy, just so he could grow up and be a talk show host.
Wow, he did it.
And he did it. He fulfilled that dream.
Is he Jewish?
I mean, doesn't he look Jewish?
Does he?
Well, I mean,
I'm not answering that.
The guitar player for Fleetwood Mac died today, too. Peter something?
yeah, I didn't
Frampton.
I didn't recognize who that was. I was like, founding member of Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Um,
The article
he-
I read said, great guitar. I was like,
That's it. He's just great guitar.
I was like, okay.
The great guitar.
but like, it didn't look like
Peter Green,
Peter Green.
Yes.
73
He died peacefully in his sleep.
of COVID.
Okay, but that's not like that's not the guitar player that was like
Yeah, like the guitar
guitar player. That's why I was like, I don't know this guy.
Yeah, he must have been like OG. Said like co-founder, so
You guys that into Fleetwood Mac?
I really like Fleetwood Mac.
Oh, okay.
I
That's
mean,
fine.
I like Stevie Nicks a lot.
what is?
Oh,
Why
I
can't
kind of forgot that's...
Yeah,
I don't pay attention very much.
it's okay. It's like 60s, 70s music anyway. It's like,
Anyways.
eh.
R.I.P. Regis in your suit.
Yeah,
In
seriously.
your
How
talk
did he
show.
die?
I
I think he's just
I didn't
so
even look.
fucking old.
I think he was just an old dude, you know. COVID, of course. Everyone died of
Yeah,
COVID.
it's all Corona.
God, are they? Do you think they're blaming it on COVID?
They might.
Maybe. Depends. Maybe if he had upper respiratory issues, then they might have just,
They'll test him for it.
yeah. Rough.
Regis definitely draws that fine line of somebody that it could come out that he
Didn't
was a
Kathy and him
child
like
fucker or something.
split their show?
Yeah, so it was Regis and Kathy Lee for like since I was a little kid,
Mm-hmm.
and then it was Regis and Kelly,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
and then
Kelly Ripa, right?
yeah, and
Ripa?
then now I think it's just like Kelly and the tranny, or Kelly and whatever's like.
I'm sorry. What?
Who's she with now? It's like
I don't
Kelly and
know.
the Kelly and the gang.
Yoda,
I don't-
or Hoda? Is it Hoda?
Oh, there's a name I hate. That one woman whose name like is impossible to say.
Hoda.
Hoda. Like, what is her name? Hoda.
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 What is that? What's a Hoda?
Hoda. Okay.
Oh, I recognize her.
Okay.
What's her name?
Same.
This is how the name is spelled: Hoda, first name, last name Kotb.
That's a
Kotb.
Kotb.
Kotb?
Kotb. How do we?
Hoda Kotb.
Hoda Kotb. Hey, you're a pod racer. Hey, you killed Jar Jar Binks.
Hoda Kotb.
Hoda Kotb sounds like someone who lives on one of those like desert planets in Star Wars. Hoda Kotb. Yeah, she's like a fucking
Nemesis.
scrapyard boss.
Yeah.
wow.
Hoda Kotb. What's is she on The View?
Yes. I think so. With Whoopi?
Whoopee.
Yeah, Whoopi. Man, all those women are
And Raven
cunts.
Simone?
Raven Simone. Isn't that a Nickelodeon person?
She was Disney Channel.
Disney
Is it
Channel.
That's
That's
So
So
Raven?
Raven.
So Raven.
That's
Where she could
so
where she
Raven.
could read people's minds, or she could she could see the
It's
future.
When
the
she
secret I
says
can
something racist on The View, or they're like, "God, that's so Raven."
They actually
like,
had
I
a racist episode on That's So Raven back in like
Really?
late 90s, maybe early 2000s.
She's like, "There's too many Jews in the entertainment industry," and so
no, I
like,
think
that's
it was
so
probably
Raven.
against her.
Yeah, she
'Cause-
was like trying to get a job, and
I think you're missing
Oh yeah,
the white woman wouldn't hire her because she was colored.
Oh.
Yeah.
yeah.
Disney Channel. It's bringing real facts to
They're like,
6
oh,
to
the
8
new
year old
the
children.
new white girl Dove is in school, and she's the nemesis to Raven. And,
Dove.
like Disney Channel's too on the nose.
That's gross. Okay, well, that went into
So he
that.
died.
Yeah,
and-
Regis is dead. Aside from all these other bitches we're
Wow.
talking about, I don't know.
Yeah, what's the Hoda Kotb and Philbin?
I don't know. That name really pisses me
It just,
off. though.
I'm not. Yeah, that sounds like a
Just because you have a boring ass name.
Regis
I know.
Philbin.
Josh McDonald.
Hey, it's
Josh and Dylan. We sound
It's
like we're about
biblical.
to open a fucking hot dog shop in
Yeah.
New York.
Yeah.
Like
Josh and
it
Dylan.
says
What
Egyptian.
what food would we sell? What would we open up? Josh and Dylan. It
Sandwiches.
Yeah, it almost sounds like a gay porn mag.
Josh and Dylan.
Yeah, Josh and Dylan.
Or a fucking flyer, like the top names on the flyer of a KKK rally. Like,
Yeah, well, yeah.
Super white names.
Super, like very like Chad,
Yeah,
Kinda
yeah.
bro.
Luckily
at
you're
least
not
our
a
name-
Kyle.
At least we're not Kyle or Chad.
Kyle or Chad.
Yeah.
Alex.
Xander.
Xander's.
Xander?
That's a millennial. That's like the Braxton and Kyler and
Yeah.
fucking.
I heard one the other day at work that I was just like, excuse me? Oh, Mozart. I heard someone calling their
No,
like 13-year-old girl Mozart.
isn't it Mozart?
Didn't he fuck
Mozart.
kids too?
Mozart.
Mozart was what I heard. So,
At least like get it, pronounce it right.
well, I mean, if that's even her name, what if they were like, yeah, let's take Mozart and then make it Mozart?
We don't need more names.
Well,
There's plenty of
'em.
fucking names.
I'm just gonna name, if I ever have a kid, just give him a single letter. It's just gonna be A.
Be
very-
right at the top of
Very
every
Elon
list.
Musk of you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, in other news, I saw something this morning. People are starting to push for the $15 an hour again.
Didn't they get that?
national?
No, not national.
Oh,
Is this nationally?
Yeah, it's just something that you constantly see on Twitter. People bitching about that have never tried in their whole life. But my thought was, now I can understand if you're like 20 something and you're just starting life and you have to work at McDonald's while you're going to college or support yourself. I understand $15 an hour, but we have to decide there has to be an age limit for that minimum wage. 16-year-olds do not need $15 an hour
No.
working
Yeah,
at
dude,
McDonald's.
I
don't
was
give a
not-
fuck. Unless
yeah.
you're supporting yourself, you do not need $15 an hour at McDonald's at 16
Yeah.
because you're a fucking idiot.
Well, yeah,
okay,
no,
but then
skin.
where do you draw the line of like, I am a 16-year-old that is supporting myself, and I have to do what
I know.
to
So
like
that's-
vouch for myself
You
that I do
can't-
need
You
that.
really
Yeah.
can't support yourself if you're 16.
Yeah.
You can't get a place. You can't drive a car. You can't.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
that's something that popped into my mind.
But I mean,
'Cause
okay, so even an 18-year-old with zero fucking skills gets $15 an hour. That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Like we live in a meritocracy. Like if you're good, you get paid more.
Yeah.
Most people work a good chunk of their life to get to $15 an hour, and then you just
Tell me
hand it
about
to
it.
some kid fresh out of high school.
Yeah.
It's kind of retarded.
Yeah, they're not thinking. That's a big weird thing. To
Well,
me.
and there's the obvious, like, what happens to inflation? Does that just create hyperinflation?
Yep.
Like,
yeah, that's exactly what it
milk
is.
fucking $7 now? Like,
I also saw a video like there's still places in the country where McDonald's is like $7.25 an hour. 'Cause
Wow.
I know around here.
like Idaho.
Well, no, here, but the McDonald's around this area, especially here, they start at over $12 an hour.
Yeah. They
Really?
like I think they get paid like what I get paid right now.
Yeah,
Wow.
Yeah.
You
it's
should go work at McDonald's.
I
That's-
couldn't work at McDonald's.
it's fucking terrible.
Yeah.
I understand why people at McDonald's would want to get paid more. You are not skilled. You're good at dealing with people. And most of you aren't good at dealing with people because you're back in the grill area.
Right.
I understand it's a shit ass job and everything, but it's not that fucking hard. Like I would understand if it was hard, but it's not.
Yeah.
And if you can't deal with people on that level, then you got to find something else. That's just the way not
Yeah.
everyone's going to be able to do what they want to do for the amount of money they want to do it. It's just not the way this fucking works. That's a utopia, and in order for us to get utopia, they have to have federal agents on the streets pulling people off the streets. Whoops!
Whoops, happening.
Uh-oh!
Uh-oh, happening.
What?
All you fucking retards out here yelling about masks when there's literal federal agents pulling people off the streets in major cities, and they're just gone.
They're just taking them
They're just
somewhere.
arresting them. And with all the Patriot Act and all the other bullshit, they can hold those people indefinitely for no reason if they believe it's an act of terrorism or any sort of things like that. So,
Which is pretty easy to say, right? You find someone smashing up parts of America, you put them in a van. There's some,
yeah.
on their end, that's pretty credible. Like, hey, they were doing domestic terrorism.
Yep, that's all I gotta say.
So they're going to the bye-bye place for...
And the rules say you're not allowed to question it. They could do whatever the fuck they want right now.
Right.
And it's insane. So that's the mask part of it. If you're bitching about wearing a mask, just think about that. You think your freedoms are being intruded on. Like, federal agents could be downtown Coeur d'Alene right now just grabbing people, throwing them in vans. Are you going to argue with them?
They
It's
might-
the rules.
That might happen today. There's people on the corners protesting masks again.
Fucking
Hey,
crazy,
don't
dude.
go out.
Just go take
home.
your white privilege out on your boat away from everybody, and you don't have to wear a mask. You can all be around your little shit-ass family that thinks that they're better than everyone for some fucking reason. It's so annoying.
Yeah, when I went into Walmart today, there was like at least 4 or 5 people. Like they won't let you in without a mask,
Yeah.
but like as soon as you get in there, people are just taking their mask off, walking around, but it's all those like super white, like either really yuppie or really redneck people.
Yep.
You're just like, they're like, I don't have to do this. And it's like, okay, well, you do. So just do like everybody else is doing in here, or like the employees have had to do for like the last fucking like 4 months. Get your fucking oranges and get the fuck out.
That's what the lady at Yokes yesterday said. She said, "Thank you for wearing a mask as well. We know it's not required yet, but it just makes our jobs easier." And I was
Yep.
like, if you have to wear a mask to work, there's no reason I can't wear one in here to shop. Like, there has to be some sort of give and take to this, whether you believe it's real or not, or if you think it's a fake virus, you're obviously just,
Wait, do hookers have to wear masks?
well, of course not.
Yeah.
It's like when you're at the restaurant, like until anything goes in your mouth, you have to keep the mask on.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then in Texas, they have drive-through strip clubs because you said the hooker thing.
I saw that.
Where you pull up two song minimum
Oh, really?
or maximum or whatever. And yeah,
Yeah.
I don't really
Well, yeah, you gotta
understand
keep
it.
the line moving. You can't,
How does the
like, I
lap
want-
dance work? Though they just do it on
They're-
the hood of the car.
No, they're like, there's a bar and you sit in your car and just watch them.
Yeah.
Oh, so there's no lap dances.
Yeah.
happening.
Well, no.
But you know what has gone up? Jerking off through strip clubs, because now you're in your car. So
Yeah.
it's like, what are you complaining about?
Right.
I'm going to mess my own shit up.
Yeah.
Oh,
And,
yuck.
and glory hole usage is probably up 50%. At
Totally.
least.
private ones,
Yeah.
Yeah.
not the bathhouse. I'm sure the bathhouses are closed down a little bit.
Yeah, it's like
Or
rough.
6 feet.
It's rough for everyone right now.
That's a big dick.
I meant like
Yeah.
a heart.
just
Guys
two
like,
dudes.
Must be 6 feet apart. No problem, man.
Two dudes on
Yikes.
fucking glory holes on different sides of the wall just jerking off. Like, those are the best we get. Arr!
Well, yeah, I mean, it's probably so fucking crowded at these glory hole places. You go to stick your dick in, and then another dick from the other side. You're like, oh shit, this one's taken already. Like, you just like kind of kiss dicks for a little quick second. You're like, oh, sorry, Jeff or Bill or whoever the fuck that is. Like,
But you have to, I would imagine those places have regulars, so
Yeah.
eventually you're going to
Yeah.
recognize a dick.
you need to have like favorite holes. Like, that's the hole I always go to. Do you get to know who it is? Is that part of the thing of a glory hole? Is like
No.
it's a mystery?
Yeah, it's the mystery.
So it could be fucking anyone.
It could be a dude. It could be a chick.
Right.
You don't know.
Could be a chick with a beard.
But you're getting your dick sucked.
Damn.
I think it's the idea. I think it's
yeah, I think that's
the
part of the
anonymous
allure.
part of it.
Yeah. I mean, just like, I don't know what
be
is on that
anyone.
other side, but it feels
Yeah, so it's
good.
almost guaranteed to be someone who you probably would never let you suck your dick.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Because the hot ones are out on the streets, right? You know, like
Well,
why,
no, or
why
they're
would
getting
you?
paid, and
Yeah.
they have
Right, you
set
wouldn't
up
be at the
guys
glory
that-
hole.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, they're having like the nargoyles like behind that.
The Nargoyles.
Ugh.
Yeah.
I loved that show.
Imagine being the girl. Just not knowing what pud's gonna come through that little hole. Just
The first move is probably like a wet wipe when it comes through, kind of
Yeah,
like
sanitize.
scrub a dub dub.
Yeah.
especially in
and
these
then do
times. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a dark thought. Just the glory hole in general.
Yeah, no,
why
Even
does
those
that
building,
exist?
like the hallways you would have to walk down to get to the glow, like and like figure out where they're at, and like there's a whole like
sign in.
there's like yeah.
Oh yeah, it's not on Google Maps.
Oh no, you're not. You're not googling glory hole spots. You're meeting seedy dudes at like the Slab Inn over there, and they're
Yeah.
fucking. Hey, I'm gonna tell you something real quick.
Yeah, go to bathroom stall 4 in McEwen Park and. Oh, speaking of that, did you see that some guy got arrested for videotaping a little boy at McEwen Park undressing in the bathroom stalls?
Hang him.
Oh my god.
A few months ago, he was
Hang him.
arrested for heroin.
Oh, cool. Hang him.
They searched his car, found video camera, went into his house, got a warrant, obviously, went into his house and found a whole bunch of fucking encrypted files with child porn on it, all
Jesus
named and
Christ.
organized. Yeah.
Yeah.
He's like on a $72,000 bail or something like that. He's not out, but like that's how much it
But he'll
was.
get out.
Yeah.
Right. All the weed smokers in jail will be in there twice as long as he is. And
I guess
he'll
like
get
the
out.
the kid came like walking out and like told his mom, and his mom fucking like straight up confronted him and was just like, "Why the fuck are you recording my kid?" Like called him the fuck out, which is like super dangerous to do.
She
as, like,
should
a
have
woman,
went and
you know?
Oh,
got
she
a
should've
group
just-
of men to come over,
Oh,
like
for
and,
sure.
and like
yeah,
just
like,
beat the
it was
fuck
her
out
and
of
her
him.
friend. I'm like, oh
Yeah,
my god,
that's-
dude. They
which
took
is g-
pictures of him, took pictures of his car, license plate, like all of that.
Did he just run away from him?
Yeah.
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 God, what a bitch,
just
dude.
automatically swing on that dude.
Dude, right? Fucking bust his camera. I mean,
Well, no,
Right.
keep the camera. You need the camera for the evidence. That
Yeah, I
way,
guess
when you
so.
when you beat him near murder, you can show him and be like, "This is why we did it," and they go, "Oh, okay."
yeah, gotcha.
Right.
Yeah, pretty fucked. That just happened too. So
God, yeah, you could beat him half to death, leave him in the shower with the water on, and let him bleed out.
Yeah.
That'd be the best way to go. We left him conscious when he was there.
Yeah, don't know what happened.
Yeah, I would literally pull his legs off, like front of a bunch of kids.
Yeah, it said that there was a like police report. So there was like a slip in his car from a few days after the confrontation that he like went back there to do like the same thing.
Jesus fuck.
Yeah, like it didn't even scare him that he got
he's
caught.
clearly a repeat offender.
Yeah, for sure.
Hang him.
Euthanize him.
Hang on.
That's it. Like
Bye.
I don't care if it's a mental condition or not. Euthanize him.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. There's no get help. There's no anything. Kill
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I mean, at the very least, you should turn them into like pillow people, where you take their arms off, dick, arms, maybe even legs. Maybe leave him legs so he can be like somewhat productive. Like I don't know, you can like.
I don't know.
like-
Dude's
Suck
in,
dick
like,
at glory
wheelchairs.
holes.
Yeah, exactly. yeah.
Yeah, it's fucked.
Yeah, I have zero sympathy for.
And then
that shit.
again, you're downtown Coeur d'Alene in one of the richest neighborhoods in the state.
Yeah.
And you're complaining about masks while there's literal pedophiles walking around you everywhere.
Yeah.
Worry about something important.
I can't wait till the gun guys show up today now. Toting their
Gun guys?
ARs and their
defending the mask protesters.
yeah,
Jesus Christ.
wild.
It doesn't even make sense to me.
There's the Dixie guys driving around in their little like Rangers and all signs that say like no mask and it's wild. Playing like the Dixie theme song and
Pick a different issue, man.
yeah.
Pick a
Like-
side.
I was
that
getting
makes
into my
sense.
car after
Toaster
work.
strudel versus Pop Tart. Like
Toaster
fucking
strudel.
dill pickle versus sweet pickle. Like
Yeah,
dill
getting
pickle.
into my car after work. I was parked by Tito's, like the front eating area where everyone eats outside, and this guy like drove by in his like Ranger with like his friend on the side, and they were just like screaming. They were just like, "Yeah, look at all these beautiful people with their masks off. Look at them, look at them." Just want to be like, they're fucking eating, man. Like, like, hey,
they're putting things in their mouth.
yeah, they can't wear a mask. Like, how many of
Like,
them
it's
have
around their
masks
neck.
right next to them?
It just shows how much they don't have to worry about. If that's what you're downtown protesting today, you obviously don't have anything going on in your
Nothing.
life worthwhile.
No job.
How fucking worthless have you made your existence that that's what you need to complain about?
Yeah.
And then in turn complain about people protesting for black rights. What you doing?
Yeah.
Like, are you that self-absorbed that that's what you like? I don't even think the masks are necessarily 100% that
It's
what's
just
going to
what-
problem,
yeah,
but
it's
it's
just what
just
we're
a
doing.
matter of being
Just
a
what we're
human
doing.
being at this point.
Yep.
How many people have spoke out against the virus, caught the virus, and now are saying, "Hey guys, it's actually kind of serious." Like Brendan
Yeah.
Schaub and Brian Callen both. For weeks, we're just fucking fuck this, fuck the virus. It's not as big a deal.
Yeah,
Fuck
Schaub
your
got it.
mask. They both got it
Oh,
from
did
the
Brian
same
Callen
spot.
end
They
up
played a
getting it?
show in Houston and both got it.
Yeah, I listened to the one where Schaub had it, but Callan thought he had it but didn't know yet. Did he?
And
end
it
up
wrecked
getting
them both. Yeah.
Oh, really?
They both got really sick, and they're both like, just wear a mask. Just wear a mask. And then they got Rogan, like him and Bill Burr going through that conversation, like because Bill Burr likes to get or Rogan likes to rile people up, and who was he talking about the masks? I think he was talking to Bill about the masks, saying how stupid they are, and Bill just like fucking does Bill Burr, and he goes, but how like he does the same thing? How selfish do you have to like? How fucking like I don't know, self-absorbed. Like
You're not
that's it.
inconveniencing
Like
yourself that much.
because everyone's like, if it's my health, it's my health. If I want to wear a mask, I'll wear a mask. It's not
for
about
you.
your health, dipshit.
Yeah.
No one cares about your life.
Yeah.
Your life doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Right.
Like, sorry. It just, I don't know. If you live in the middle of nowhere, then it doesn't matter. If you live in the middle of nowhere, there's no cases. Who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
I get that. But when you're in town in concentrated area of people, just it's,
What was it like? There's like a little town in Montana or something. It's like Montana or Georgia or something. But the elementary school had like 35 kids in it, like total, and there was just like maybe like 100 something fucking people in the town, and like they just kept going to school. They kept doing what they needed to do. They just were like, hey, sanitize, wash your hands. They have no cases there.
yeah.
But it's just like it's a minimal amount
nobody
of people.
fucking
yeah,
goes there.
It's a minimal amount of
No
people.
one leaves there. No one goes there. That's why it's that size.
Yep.
That's why we've had less cases.
I mean, the kids though, they even like when they graduated, like preschool or like kindergarten or whatever, they like stayed 6 feet apart from each other, and like they
Yeah.
still did like what they needed to do. But it's like, like, do you have to do that in that
I
small
mean,
of a
well,
town?
whatever they're doing is clearly working. Why
They
not
still
take
don't have any
precautions?
cases. So.
Exactly.
Yeah, it was. We had Alex on like at the beginning of this pandemic, and we were kind of like, I don't know. But like he brought up a good point. Like it would suck to find out that because you didn't do the 6 feet and the social distancing and that it spread, and you won't know if you're doing a good job and you don't get any cases. It's hard to say, oh, well, it's because of the social distancing,
Yeah.
or it's because the fucking virus is fake, or it's because blah blah. If you don't get the cases, you don't know why you didn't get the cases, but it's better safe than sorry.
Yep.
It's better to just not, be fucking sharing glasses and fucking breathing in each other's faces. Which is like, hey, don't breathe in my fucking face anyways.
I've always and that's what I tell people at work all the time. I'm like, I'm a firm believer of like personal bubbles. Like,
right. Stay 6 feet
think
away from me, like, for the
all
rest
forever.
of my life.
Yeah. There was like that meme
Ever.
that was just like, hey, when this is all over, still stay 6 feet away from me.
Yes,
like, I'm just
straight
like,
up.
try 8. Like,
Yeah.
just stay the fuck away from me.
I think they should make orders in grocery. I think Walmart should have lanes that are one way only. You have to go a certain path.
Yeah.
And there's two like.
I'm
fucking
going to take it one step further.
hate
I
people at
think there
grocery
should be
stores.
traffic cops in Walmart.
Red lights.
I
and
think,
green
yeah,
lights.
this wide ass bitch with kids hanging out the fucking jalopy coming down, scooping up vitamins and fucking shit. And they're like, hey, pick a side of the fucking lane. And also, I'm here just running into you. Kids' fucking sandals falling off and they fucking smell like farts and bad decisions. And it's just like, there needs to be order in Walmart. It's kind of a wild
No.
west of shopping. Like,
No allowing more than 2 kids. If you have more than 2 kids with you, they can't come in.
wait, like China? Like
Do
they
you
got to
do?
throw
Leave
away the
them in
baby
the car?
girls?
No, like in real life, just like at the store.
Oh.
No, because
I was saying,
not
like,
all of them. I guess you can't do that with everyone. So there's single parents and stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
there's nothing more annoying than being in the grocery store with somebody who has 6 kids and both parents are shopping.
Yeah.
You know this is going to be a struggle. You know your kids are going to be rambunctious. You can't keep track of 6 kids between 2 people. You just can't.
don't pick that up. Mom, can I get gum?
One of you stay home
Stay in the car. Turn the
or
AC on.
stay in the car, take them to a fucking park, do whatever. One parent goes shopping.
Right.
Yeah.
It's I
The other
can't stand
thing,
it. I
and this
can't
has
stand
nothing to
it.
do with customers at Walmart. This has more to do with employees at Walmart. Why do you have so many registers and only 3 of them are fucking open?
Yeah, they're
Christmas.
never all. Is it
The
just
line
for
is
Christmas?
insanely long. Insane.
Every time.
I just waited a half an hour in a line to get
Right.
that stuff. And
But
it was
they've
like,
got fucking 18 registers.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
it
like
doesn't-
20
Never
people
seen
just
them all open.
standing by the customer service area where you do returns and stuff. There's like 5 employees standing there, and you're like, "Hey, you see the lines
Well, and
of people?"
they're not like understaffed because of COVID, right? Like Walmart
No.
has barely been touched by this whole thing.
Yeah,
If anything, they're probably doing really good.
yeah, yeah. It's wild.
Ama-
It was crazy.
Amazon,
stores.
3M,
Yeah.
Walmart, like
Yeah. Any department store like that that's got everything,
Killing
you're
it.
fucking slaying it right now.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, like I think like 2 or 3 local bars and restaurants and just in Post Falls, just for like blocks from my house, are never coming back. The
Nope.
one across the street from my house on the corner here, closed for good. Not just closed, like just the like 2 months where everything was closed. They like went out of business.
Yeah.
Like, no, we're not coming back for the partial.
I mean, a lot of those places they're running. I mean, you're running on $200 extra a month.
Yeah.
you can't.
yeah.
Like you're living.
Well, and bars is like that's the way it fucking spreads. When music's loud and you're like in people's ears, like, "Hey, do you want a drink?" Like when you're having to talk like this close, like shows and stuff. They're like,
bunch of people with downed immune systems.
right. Speaking
Holler.
of Downs, Dylan told me the new name of the Redskins today, and it sounds like they had a person with extra chromosomes name the team,
What is it?
the Washington Football Team.
That's not a joke. There's no punchline there.
There's
that's just
that's the Washington Redskins are now the Washington Football Team.
it. It says temporary on it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Good try.
Yeah.
Yeah, how can you not like be like? What are they just gonna put a football on the helmet? What are they gonna put on the
Is the
helmet?
owner of the team autistic? Like, what's
Sounds like it. The Washington
the
football. Team.
Washington Football Team?
An autistic kid would have came up with
Hey, so
way
don't.
more creative.
Yeah, don't.
name.
Hey,
Yeah.
don't. Here's a crazy idea. Don't have a temporary name for an NFL team.
That's
Just
silly.
come up with a name. And counterpoint here. Why are we whitewashing like all these brands suddenly? Like, can't have Aunt Jemima. Can't have the Indian on Land O'Lakes. Why? You want just the white fucking brands? We can have Lucky Charms, right?
Yeah.
You can have Irish Guy on the box. You can have Quaker Oats. You can have Captain Morgan.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why so now like the opposite of what they want to happen is happening. So now all brands that had maybe some like a person of color or whatever just authentic to the brand on the brand, now it has to just be the the name Land O'Lakes. No
Yeah.
Native American woman. Aunt Jemima, who fucking knows? I mean, she's goddamn the shape of the bottle.
Yeah.
Like,
you gotta like change that bottle.
can't have the fucking Washington Redskins. Okay, call them Washington Natives, whatever the fucking
Yeah.
pejorative you want to use. But
The
holy fuck,
Washington Indigenous.
right? But just making okay. Well, we can allow all the white mascots and white brands, but now there's no black brands at
Yeah,
all.
it's
Like,
like
we're
when
literally
you-
doing the opposite
Yeah,
of what.
like don't you want that?
It's that,
Don't you want that? Yeah. Don't you want representation in
yeah.
corporate America? They're like,
Yeah.
no, just whitewash everything. But it's like, if you sat down and probably explained this to them, they would be like, oh shit, whoops, but it's like, it's
And did they
makes
ask?
no fucking sense.
Did they ask? Did the white people ask all these races if they wanted to do this? Because from
No,
what,
yeah,
from
no,
what
this
I've
is-
seen, a lot of people are like,
This is white
"This is
guilt.
not this is not helping.
No.
We don't. This is not."
Hey, butter is not causing oppression.
Yeah,
Yeah.
seriously.
Butter is not there. I know zero Native American people that are like, man, I really wish the Washington Redskins would change their name. They're like, no, hey, I wish we wouldn't have got fucked out of the good land and we still lived on the lake.
And
Like
and just so it's known, where we live, we are surrounded by reservations, as is a lot of this part of the country, the little
Yeah.
middle part. We've been around a lot of natives before, and they're
I've been inside of some natives.
Ayo.
My daughter turned up native. So
Turned up.
turned up,
even
yeah.
though she kind of looks like a little Nazi.
Yeah, she does look
It's
like
just
a little
the
Hitler.
complexion
Dude.
in there.
Her hair's getting darker though. It makes it a little bit better.
She's like, Daddy, why are there so many Jews in entertainment? I'm like, I don't know.
Well, you're going to be in the Mickey Mouse Club. That's
Yeah,
the way
exactly.
you look.
Just-
So,
Wow.
what if that happened? What if your daughter had a crazy skill and got founded by someone? They're
doesn't.
like, hey, we know people at Disney.
Sitting on a gold mine. All we got to do is molest her a couple times.
Well, no, Disney will
Wow.
do.
Fake eyelashes
no,
on her.
Disney will do that for you.
That's what I'm saying. That's
Oh,
part
okay.
of
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
fucking
That's the program.
pitch. It's like in the contract.
Yeah. We will we will turn our heads to this many molestations.
Yeah, exactly. At this price.
And she's gonna have how many? She's gonna be on 2 different hit shows. Okay. Well.
Speaking of fucking kids,
Ew.
Ghislaine, fucking Guardians of the Galaxy,
Ghislaine.
Maxwell, fucking lost her first appeal to have some of her court documents sealed. So everything is now admissible in court. So what that means is Prince Andrew is fucking in trouble.
Whoop.
So he's already been warned, and he's like wearing sunglasses, driving a BMW.
He's probably gonna just like
sketched
die of
out.
like mysterious heart attack. or
Yeah,
something.
die of mysterious gunshots. But then, do we talk about the fucking like FedEx driver assassination thing?
I don't know if we talked about it, but I
Dude,
know what you're talking about.
Sketchy
Was that the
and real.
judge lady?
So the judge and her son, who is a prosecutor, were assigned. Not the son was assigned, but she was assigned this case. I think it was a case that involved the surviving victims of Epstein trying to get money out of the estate. Because obviously you can't sue Jeffrey Epstein. But she was just like shot by someone who was supposedly disguised as a FedEx driver.
Yeah.
And then just fucking left. And then miraculously her son was also killed, who was also in law. So it's already
the
like
judge is still alive though,
fucking-
right? Like she lived or did she
no,
die?
no. They
she
both died a lot. They
Oh,
both,
That guy got paid way too much money to leave a body alive.
yeah.
Yeah.
FedEx.
That's so fucking crazy. Though.
Yeah.
That's a hit. Like that is a
That's a hit
mob
disguised as a UPS
That,
driver.
that's a mob hit. You don't
Yeah.
no random murderers like, you know what? I'm just gonna murder somebody dressed up as FedEx guy, or
UPS is just like, all right, we got to kill Ghislaine Maxwell now, just to one up FedEx. Like that's the only way we can get and gain market share. We got to fucking whack that bitch. Like,
Damn. Yeah, it's wild.
don't order anything off Amazon, bitch.
That's fucking wild.
What if it was my FedEx guy?
Your FedEx.
Peter or Patrick or
No, that's me UPS.
oh Jesus Christ. God. Yeah, she's got like all these like package delivery guys that come into her work, and she like becomes their best friend.
Hey man, you get relationships with those guys when you see
They're
them
chill as
every
fuck.
fucking day.
Yeah.
My UPS driver's chill as hell. He'll just like throw a box up like this, and I'll be like, "I got you, man," and he just walks away. Like there's no
I give them all
signing.
water.
He just
Like they
Yeah.
they know our names. Like they don't have to do any of that nonsense. The second we get a new one, we're like bummed out. Mary informed me today that Patrick, my UPS driver, was taking 2 weeks off for vacation. I was like, damn, man.
what a son of a bitch.
And there's always like this like young kid, like maybe 21, that comes in. He's like, "Well, where do I put the boxes, dude?" And like, "Whoa, do you want me to bring them all the way down there?" I'm like,
It's like on a skateboard.
sick
the fuck
tats,
outta
bro.
here.
Yeah.
hate
Kick flips
you,
down
man.
the stairs. You're like, dude, come on, it's a glass over.
like I'm so busy, I can't tell you where to put boxes. Like, hey, find an open spot.
Calm
Put 'em
down,
there.
Ryan Sheckler. Just fucking do it.
Whoa, I haven't heard that name in forever.
That's the first little douchey skateboarder
Yeah.
name I could think of after you said kickflip.
So we have a little kids party we're trying to plan tomorrow, and it's so hot you couldn't even hold like frozen Jello in your asshole. But like, we need some kind of sprinkler apparatus, and we didn't find one because it's not at Walmart. But Janelle bought a power washer yesterday. So my idea was
Just power wash the kids.
power wash. Exactly, you beat me to it. Power wash the kids.
No.
Do you think that's a safe activity?
No.
Do you think I can turn it down low enough to where it will
No,
leave
it's
the skin on?
1600 psi.
Have you ever
Is that a lot of
like hit
PSIs?
your
Ask
hand?
Dylan. Dylan knows
Have you ever
PSI.
hit your hand with water like through one of those with high
No,
pressure like that?
no.
It hurts. It
I mean,
doesn't
can I
feel
turn
good.
it down to
You
where
probably
it's
turn
like
it down.
a badass squirt gun?
No, it's 1600 psi no
At
matter
the
what.
lowest setting.
If they're far enough away from you, you might be able to like
That's
pepper
right.
them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But for them,
We might ruin our plants then. I don't. I'm
1600
willing
is a
to
lot,
risk
dude.
it, but I'm not willing to risk it for the plants.
Okay, so then next idea, can we make something out of the... I'm kind of going for like a Tim
No,
the Toolman
babe, we
Taylor
just got to go
vibe.
to a different store. We're not using
Like
my
a
pressure
sprinkler with
washer
more
for
power.
kids. No.
A sprinkler with more
Nope.
power.
Don't you have a sprinkler out there?
I know, but I want to like...
In the front, in the
more
back, Chino
power.
has fucking broken every sprinkler we've gotten this summer. So
Yeah, we have a dog with 2 extra chromosomes that fucking attacks
he has
sprinklers.
autism for sure. For sure.
When you kind of confirmed that,
Yes.
you looked up like autism in dogs.
No, it like
exists?
brought it up as like some like sponsored thing for me. It was like autism in dogs, and I was like, oh my god! And I clicked on it, and I
And it
like
just
read all
described
the
him.
symptoms, and I was like, that's Chino. Like my dog has autism.
Yes, we have an autistic pit bull. So that's fun.
He runs his head into like anything and everything. So I mean, I'm sure there's definitely like brain damage.
Some CT.
Well, when he just
on top of
discovered
it.
that the blueberries and raspberries were growing in the backyard, he can eat them right off the fucking plant. So I go out there every once in a while, water, grab a few, and then suddenly there's no fucking raspberries anymore.
Yep, and he
His
eats them right off of the vine.
Dumbass is out there slurping them right off the fucking plant.
Yep,
That white-headed asshole.
I
piece of
love
shit.
him, man. He's great. He's
I
fantastic.
can't stand the dog.
Josh told us we were out there this morning, and like Chino was just standing in the yard, and Josh just looks at him and goes, "I fucking hate you." And like Chino just did that little like cockheaded
Cocks his
thing,
head.
and just like kept staring at him,
okay.
like, "Oh, I love you, Dad."
Gives no shits.
Yeah.
Just whatever. You're gonna feed me. Don't
Yeah.
care.
We'll snuggle at night. It's
Yep.
okay.
So is this UFO thing real?
I don't know.
The Pentagon thing.
Yeah.
that's pretty legit.
Them saying that they weren't like crafted of this earth or whatever.
Yeah, they like straight up said, "Yeah, we have crafts that weren't made here,"
Yeah.
which is like, what?
Where was it
So-
made?
It's either fake, and they're just trying to distract everyone from the inevitable martial law and federal officers on every street, or the UFOs are the aliens are just going to show up this year.
Which is chill. Whatever. Let them do
Yeah,
it.
at this point, that'd be
That
easier.
was just a fucking cherry on top for 2020.
Aliens.
Aliens.
It would
Yeah.
be it'd be the easiest way.
Yeah.
So
Love that.
that was a
Wow.
loud thud.
Yeah, we're having a slumber party in the next room, and I just heard like toddlers falling off a fucking bed with great force.
I hear footsteps coming this way. I'll be right back.
That's fun.
mom duty.
We're gonna check
Mom
on
duty.
this. Or run this. Yeah. I don't
Joe
know.
Rogan's moving to Texas.
Yes. Yes. For more freedom. I think that's
For more freedom.
generally he thinks there's more freedom there.
So okay, his conservative bones are starting to show a lot.
I think he's just getting old and doesn't want to deal with it too.
I mean,
I think a big
don't get
part
me
of it
wrong.
is living
LA
in-
seems like a
I was
butthole.
gonna say living in LA probably is just a shit.
Like he probably wouldn't move to Texas if he lived anywhere else but downtown LA.
Yeah.
Like that's like, get me the fuck out of here.
Yeah, I don't know. I think he's just on page of bidding ahead of what he thinks California is gonna do. Because I mean, eventually California's, if any state goes into supreme liberal, like all guns, all everything, they're gonna be one of
It's
the
not
first
gonna be
ones.
Texas, yeah.
It's not gonna. Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna be Texas.
But they still can't fucking smoke weed down there. Like, what the fuck? Like, get with the freedom, dude. Like,
Yeah.
get with the fucking freedom,
Yep.
man. Let's just smoke some goddamn weed.
This should be the election. I can't imagine it taking much longer.
You
If
think
we
this
have
is
an
the,
election,
This is the year? Yeah, if we have a fucking election. Holy shit.
yeah, I don't know. If Trump decides that he doesn't want to like try to like realize he's gonna lose and like go into supreme leader mode and
Well, and he was like, someone asked him about Maxwell, and he's like, I don't know, I wish her well. And I was
yeah, he
like,
said he wish her well. It's like okay, even
Yeah.
if you misspoke, you misspoke way too wrong there. That's too lax. You should be, especially for the guy that has been so adamant on child trafficking because he was a big, especially in the last like the first couple years. That's all he was like. Yeah, we're gonna get these kid fuckers, and it's like we got the big one, and well, we wish her well. It's like,
Hey.
Oh, no.
What?
You should be no.
Yeah.
So
Bad luck, yeah.
I don't know.
Bad fucking
It's
luck.
fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know about Texas, moving to Texas. Tim Dillon keeps talking about he might leave LA already. He's only been there for a year, and he's just like, this place is a fucking cesspool.
Ugh.
He goes, everyone here is just so nasty and fake and
Yeah.
gross. Except for the comedy section. It's like the weird thing that comedy circle seems to be the only thing that's true in that whole town. Well, unless you get like
Yeah.
Chris D'Elia. Or,
Daddy didn't do it.
I saw TMZ post a picture. They're like, the first sighting of Chris
He's out
D'Elia
shopping.
since-
You're like, yeah, no shit.
Yeah, he's got to eat.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
still exists. Do you think he's gonna like sell his house and move? And like, what do you do? Like, you're kind of done.
His whole life's the internet. Like that's the problem with being a comedian like that. He does the road and a podcast. So if people want to cancel you, all they have to do is stop listening to you.
Right.
Yeah.
That's why that was my whole point though. A couple weeks ago, when I was like, just put out a podcast. Like, if people don't like you, they can't like stop you from
Well,
releasing a
and
fucking podcast.
The longer you wait, it just seems like the longer you're waiting to come up with a better excuse or for make it to go under the rug.
Yeah.
Like I
Right.
said, it's not the same thing as Louis C.K. You're not going to be able to just walk
I
this
don't know
one
that
off.
Louis C.K. is ever going to be back to full. You know.
Oh, he will be. Oh, he'll be doing.
I mean, yeah. I mean, his last special came out on a website.
His website. 'Cause
Right.
no
but
one would
not
do it.
Netflix.
But that doesn't mean he can't book his own tour.
Yeah, but like, you know, there's gonna be protests at his. I mean, we're fucking protest happy right now. Like,
Yeah.
we'll protest the fucking shape of the goddamn iPhone. You know what I mean?
I'm pretty sure that's probably happened before.
Right. Like, so it's just
Fucking nerds.
it's a protected right here, but I mean, like, man, cancel culture version 2 is like way worse. Like, way worse. Me 3 or whatever you want to call this shit.
Yeah, it's fucking ridiculous. But yeah, I don't know what else is going on in the world. Just a bunch of sad
The
shit.
Seattle Octopus Monster hockey team.
Dude, yeah.
Are you gonna start watching
bro.
hockey?
Yeah. Yes.
No, hockey's pretty.
Hockey
dope.
is
Hockey's pretty
hockey's
dope.
better than football.
Whoa, heck,
Better than no. It
Whoa.
is.
Okay,
No,
so
it
you're
is.
wrong, and where you're wrong is when you said those words. But I do like hockey as well. Football is.
Didn't you play hockey, babe?
I did play hockey for several years. Actually, up until I moved.
You're a big
To
boy.
Idaho.
You could play hockey.
I was a big boy and I scored too. So I was
Wow,
like
big boy
I was,
scoring?
yeah, big boy score boy.
Wow.
Big boy, score boy.
McDonald the score boy.
Big score boy. Once I had that shits, no one was taking it from me. Now I was putting it in the net,
Putting it
and
in
then they
the
would
net.
come into
It's
our
kinda how
side,
you
and I
work,
would just
isn't it?
yeah, I would just bye them when they would come near me.
Yeah.
You go bye sleep time and take the puck back, and we go back to the net. But I was like absurdly large for my
Like an
age.
8-year-old.
Yeah, I was like, is that kid 30? And I had a mullet, and I was like a foot and a half taller than everyone.
You like look like you do now.
I basically look like I do now, really like oddly similar.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Less
ge-
tan and more like pizza pockets in your
genetically adapt. Plus, I got that daddy dumper, so how that power
pocket.
Yeah, that,
in my
yeah,
lower
that's
end.
You could,
Yeah. Big ol' ass.
Big old fucking ass, but yeah, you put some skates under that big old ass. It's like a choo choo,
Weighing you
fucking
down, but speedy.
boom. Yeah, I miss hockey.
You
But
should
yeah,
pl-
watching hockey's cool. It's
you
the
should
only
play
sport where
again.
fighting is like part of the game.
Yeah.
which makes sense.
It's
Should
like
be allowed in all sports.
figure skating
Dude, did you
and
see
UFC
that thing?
at the
Josh
same
was
time.
like showing me that documentary about the Italian.
Oh, how do you even say? You kind of speak Italian.
I wouldn't-
Caccio
yeah.
something fucking.
It's basically
dig
like
this.
an old ass form that they only played in, where was it? The capital?
Florence, Italy.
Yes,
The
okay.
documentary is called Home Game.
So these guys train basically like all year and they fight each other on the field and you make goals. The goals are like 2 points or 1 point or whatever. It's just like the Mayan soccer basically.
Oh, okay.
But like it's 4 teams and they're only these 4 teams. It's red, white, blue, and green, I think. And it's a 10-day span and they play 2-3 games. I think it's like they play each other, then there's semifinals and then there's the finals.
Jesus.
Dude, but like there are no rules. Like everyone has said there's no rules. Like you fucking get your ribs broken, you get a fucking guy said last year that there was like a guy that was on the field holding his eyeball.
What the fuck?
Yeah,
Calcio
like
Storicchio.
they fuck
I will
each
bring
other.
up this footage and just kind of get your honest reaction from this. 'cause
That sounds
it's-
pretty fucking wild.
Yeah. But the dudes just look like super jacked, like
Oh yeah, you
fuck
have to
boys, like
Oh, it's absolutely
suspenders
the
and
most broed out
pompadours and
fucks.
yeah.
But they can only really do it like once a year because it is like
Well, yeah, you can't. You
dudes
can't do
get
this constantly.
fucking ear rape. So
Blue
there's
team.
a blue team, a white team, a green team, and a red team. It's the color of the Italian flag and the sky. And you can only play for the area of the city where you were born for life.
Yeah.
Oh,
One of
wow.
the guys made sure that his son was born in his city,
Right.
but they don't live there anymore.
It's like,
but
I'm going to
on
blow a
his-
load on you and in this specific area. And you shoot a baby out in the
Oh,
same
it's red
area.
team again.
I bet that there's some fucking gnarly fights in the crowds too.
Oh, dude, yeah, imagine
They have to
that.
keep them
Dude,
separated.
if soccer hooligans fucking tear their
Yeah.
city up, imagine these fucking tanned idiots. So 27 on each side.
Oh, and they all wear silly pants.
They all wear, like court jester pants. I feel like they've kind of done away with that because in the documentary, like the 2019 season, there wasn't as many goofy pants.
There was some though.
There was some, but
Yeah.
it wasn't like on this, like
Yeah, it's
everyone's
you're
wearing silly boy
required
pants.
to wear them here.
So you have defenders, shooters. Isn't there a third class?
So it's just like fucking
Fighter.
It's like Quidditch on the ground.
Well, defender, shooter, and like front. You know, like the front
yeah.
guys are just literally like beating the fuck out of each other.
These dudes just go to prison to train for this. That's what they all look like. This
Yeah,
looks
this-
like this looks like a prison yard. That's all like
Absolutely,
down
yeah.
to
So
the
sand,
guys.
sand court, and they say go, and basically there's dudes fighting in the front to try and make a hole for someone who has a ball. And the interesting thing is the entire back wall is the goal. There's no like small little goal. Like if you just get the ball down there and throw it at the back fence, that's a goal.
Jesus.
But I mean, absolutely no rules when it comes to the fighting. And when you down someone, you have to stay on them.
Like that.
Yeah, he's going to lay on the guy that he's gotten down, and no one gets up until a goal is scored. Once a goal is scored, both teams are allowed to get back up, and you start over. You can rotate in.
So there's no
people.
ground and pound. There's no. You just have to.
If
hold
the
them
guy,
there.
yeah, I mean, you definitely see some like jujitsu and wrestling happening to try and keep people down. But see how he's like
Oh
literally
yeah, I got it.
sitting
He's got,
on the
he's
guy.
got full mount on his
Yeah.
chest. Yeah.
And so this guy's got the ball. He's just kind of looking for an opening. You can pass any way you want. They're just kind of diverting, throwing the ball around.
That's fucking wild, dude.
And then just eventually they'll look for a hole like where there's enough downed people, and they'll run through and try and score a goal. Right now they're kind of being pussies.
So really, you want to be a defender because. Fuck
really,
this.
yeah, really, you just don't want to play this game.
Oh man.
Um,
And it looks like there's no 2-on-1. It looks like
I
they're all
don't-
going
I
one.
don't know what the
It looks
rules
like
on
they're
that.
all going 1-on-1.
yeah, that might be one of the only rules because I guess I don't ever see that either.
Oh fuck, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Well, and like, yeah, it just sucks if like you're like red doesn't match with any of your clothing. You're like, I just can't accessorize with this. I'm more of a blue guy.
Damn.
Yeah, and like once you're down, you're down.
Yeah.
Until a goal is scored, then you
Yeah.
get back up. But a lot of these guys probably don't get back
Yeah,
up.
if you
Like,
can get back up.
I mean, that guy's kneeing the other guy in the head. Blue guy's running for his goddamn life. I mean,
Oh, they called him back on side. So
Right.
if you're stuck on the other side, you're gonna get fucked
yep,
up
you're gonna
because
get
you're
absolutely
surrounded.
fucked up. Look at that, boom! Just tons of like front side guillotine dropping
Yeah, yeah,
dudes, and
yeah.
like just they're trying to like, I'm not sure, like
Jesus.
keep that guy from literally
Dude,
gouging
he's
his
like
was
eyes
gouging
out.
his eyes.
out.
Yeah. So trying to keep him from getting his eyes gouged out. Tons of fights happening, and it's like you don't even know who the fuck you're going to be fighting.
Holy shit.
There's no weight classes going
No,
on,
no,
so
it's definitely.
you could
just-
get just absolutely fucking
You
pounded
kind
by
of just
a
gotta
large
pair
guy.
up like a basketball game when you get there. Damn, dude, that's fucking crazy.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
we watched just the first episode. It's like a 5-part series, but
Might watch
pretty
that.
interesting.
That would be pretty interesting, actually.
Yeah, it was good. I mean,
just
it's a
can't
lot of
fucking
reading.
subtitles.
Yeah, Josh doesn't like
Oh,
subtitles.
yeah.
I actually like got some of the words. Like I would Be like, oh wait, I know what
We're
that
watching it in
is,"
the
or-
bedroom,
Oh,
and I'm like
pizza.
laying down
Yeah.
sideways
Oh.
trying to read, and it's like white subtitles and a backdrop on a TV far away. And I'm like, "Good fucking Christ!"
Yeah.
And they lure you in because the whole intro's in English. They're like
Oh,
telling a story
wow.
about
What
the
a-
sport, and you're like, "Oh, this is gonna be
bunch of
super easy." And then they're like,
That's
"Guy in
fucked, dude.
suspenders who speaks Italian." I'm like, "Fuck!" For
Yeah.
like 30 minutes, like ravioli, you know, just like
Really is a beautiful language. So.
It really is.
It seems hard to speak, and it's annoying as fuck. Just learn English.
I know it.
I was gonna say we don't.
I know it quite well. Actually, I know it better than you.
Ragazzo.
Ragazzo.
There you go. Good job.
That means boy, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Or kid.
Farfalle.
Farfalle.
That's butterfly.
Yeah.
Oh. Cool.
What else did you
Yeah,
learn,
see?
babe?
Solid. That's all you need right there.
I mean,
Butterfly boy?
isn't chocolate just chocolate or some,
Yeah.
just something
It's
lazy?
spelled horribly though. I can't even. That's the one I always get wrong when you got to like type it in. It's like CIOCCOLATTO or
Yeah.
You're like, wait, what?
Chocolate.
Cioccolato.
No
Yeah.
thanks. No thanks.
Gelato.
Ice cream,
That's a good one.
latte,
Is that just coffee?
milk.
Milk.
Cafe is coffee. Yeah.
Fuck.
You would think
Yeah,
latte
stupid.
is coffee.
just-
And cafe, but yeah.
I just feel like Spanish is so much more useful.
Cat, gato. Easy. Dog, Connie. Makes sense. Canine.
Okay.
With,
This
like, a
has been an
large
episode
coffee.
of Janelle Teaches. We should, do a whole Italian episode where you teach everyone Italian. And they forget it in 10 fucking minutes
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
episode's over.
What did you just say? That's how it would
Yep.
all go the whole time.
It's getting sweaty in here for
It
me.
is.
I can feel it like underneath my tits.
That main card's probably started.
Yeah, let's go watch some fightings.
So we
Robin.
gotta order a pizza.
Whitaker
Yeah,
and
order
Darren
pizza.
Till.
Great
So
talk.
Yeah, if you're listening to this, you already missed the fight,
you
and
probably weren't gonna watch it anyways.
Darren Till got knocked out. Bad. Darren Till can't fight for 6 months now because he got fucking hospitalized by Whitaker.
That's mean.
That's my call.
That's not gonna happen, but that's fine.
Hey man, I'm super into fitness and I pay attention to this kind of stuff, so I know everything about
Do
fighting.
you? Have you seen Darren Till's transformation
Yeah.
from being a fucking gorilla to fit as a fiddle?
Yeah.
Well, it's great. Anyways, that's it.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for listening.
We tried D&D this week, but it fell through because Keegan had something to do in
He was making
Sandpoint.
pants.
So we're gonna fucking hopefully convince him to like start showing up again because we can't continue our fucking D&D
I'll
campaign
replace
without him.
I don't give a
Yo.
fuck.
Avery
I'll
said if he
replace
flakes,
him.
Avery said if he flakes one more time, we're gonna kill off the character, and he's got a person that will replace him, or Janelle can replace
I
him, or
would
whatever.
love to play.
Yeah.
Absolutely love to play.
So his character might like die suddenly of
Could
heart
we just
failure.
change the character? Could we
Someone
just
could literally
replace him?
jump in
like on
as
a
that
TV
character.
show, just like
Right? Yeah,
Yeah.
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 We got like a new Jean-Luc Picard who's got some hair, you know. Just
He'll
completely
probably
replace
be upset
Keegan.
that you did that reference.
Well, then Keegan needs to fucking show up
Yeah,
to the goddamn
Keegan.
podcast then.
well. Enjoy COVID.
Enjoy,
I don't know.
enjoy your fucking
Just live
And your
fucking
face
COVID.
masks.
yeah, enjoy your face mask and your fucking COVID. I hope
Bye.
your grandma dies.
Later.